Parshas Vayakhel. Parshas Sholom. Shabbos Sholom. Okay. So that's the question of the week. Now, this was yeah, it wasn't such a simple question. The question was, where in Tanakh is there three of the same letter in a row? And we're in this week's parsha, in Parshas Kisisa, do we find the Targum Onkelos that has three of the same letter in a row, and the hint is that it's actually the same letter in both places. So now you're going to tell me that you checked in your Chumash, you looked in the whole parsha, and you could not find it. You couldn't find it. So that's actually true, because every single Chumash, besides for Artscroll, in this place does two of the letter in a row, but only Artscroll does three. Because the place is Perek Lamed Daled Pasuk Tes. The end of the pasuk says, "V'salachta lavinenu u'chatarseinu unchaltanu." So the Targum Onkelos of unchaltanu, v'lachata'ono v'sach sinona, v'sach sinona. So sinona would be samach nun nun aleph. So if you're looking in every chumash besides for an Artscroll, you'll get two nuns. But only Artscroll does three nuns in a row. V'sachse ni nona, v'sachse ni nona, and that'll make it that's three nuns in a row, and that'll be the answer to the question of the week.
It makes sense.
Let's see, does it make sense? So, but first of all, not every Artscroll does this. Because I'm using this Bikoros Gedolos Artscroll, and this actually does two nuns. V'sachse nona, not ni nona, it does nona. So the only ones that do three nuns are actually the standard blue Hebrew only Chumash, those Hebrew only Chumashim, and the Rashi elucidated, and the Ramban elucidated. I think those are the only ones I know that do three nuns in a row. V'sachse ni nona. But all the other Artscrolls and all the other Chumashim that you can use, Ois V'chodor, Machayin HaMahor, whatever kind of... Oh, I don't know, I didn't check any other ones. I couldn't get access to those, but yeah. And Balturim doesn't print the Onkelos on the side. But I don't know about Smarna. Okay. So, all the Chumashim, whatever company it be, and even Artscroll, the only ones that do three is the standard Chumash and Rashi and Ramban. All the other Artscrolls like Artscroll Bikoros Gedolos, the Chumash with the teachings of the Talmud, the Orach Chaim elucidated where they print Onkelos on the side, all those do two nuns just like other Chumashim. So the Stone Edition, the Stone Edition English Chumashim, those it varies, so I can't tell you exactly. Some do two nuns, some do three nuns. So if you take a look at the years when all the Artscrolls were printed, the ones that do three nuns, when were they printed? Let's see. So the standard Hebrew only Chumash was printed in 2004, okay? 2004. And the Rashi elucidated was 1994. The Ramban elucidated was 2007. All those are before 2007, right? 2004, 1994, 2007. 2007 is the latest one. But now the ones that do two are Artscroll Bikoros Gedolos 2014, Chumash teaching of the Talmud 2018, and Orach Chaim elucidated 2017. So the ones that do two, it's 2014, 17, and 18. So sometime between the year 2007 and the year 2014, it would seem that Artscroll changed it. The old Artscrolls, where they printed it before the year 2007, they always printed it with three nuns. But then they realized, oops, every other Chumash in the world does two nuns, so we better just go by that. And then that's what they did for the ones starting from 2014, 17, 2018. That's what it seemed, right? Mm-hmm. Well, actually, though, perhaps the more Meduyak version, the one that actually makes sense, the more accurate version would actually be three nuns. Even though if you look in any Chumash, you won't find three nuns. But maybe actually that is the real one. And that would answer the question of the week, that there actually supposed to be three nuns in the Targum.
Oh, really?
So there's a few proof for this. First of all, if you look in Targum Yonason, everyone agrees that there's three nuns by that. It says, L'chayvana, Chata'ana, V'sachse Ni Nana. Every edition of Targum Yonasan has 3 nuns. Okay, Targum Onkelos no really does 3 nuns, aside for some Artscrolls. But in Targum Yonasan, everyone does 3 nuns. Okay, that could be a little proof. And also, second of all, there's actually 25 years ago there was a Chumash by Rav Michael Fuzin. He printed a Chumash in Bnei Brak. This Chumash had Ksav Shuri on top of the page, the Psukim and Ksav Shuris, and then on bottom it had Onkelos. It says Targum Onkelos Meduyak Al Pi Svarim Yeshonim Rishonim Achronim. Very Meduyak Targum Onkelos based on old Svarim. And then on bottom has Rashi. So, and what does it say by Targum? What does it say for this pasuk? Actually says V'sachse Ni No No. V'sachse No No No.
By Targum Yonasan?
By Targum Onkelos. This is very Meduyak Chumash, and that's what those 3 nuns. Is that more Meduyak one? And now.
Artscroll better do it. It's from Yeshanim.
Yeah, that's what that Chumash did. But now, the better proof we could get. There was a town in northern Italy, the second half of the 1500s. And they had a printing press over there. They had a printing house, and they printed many Svarim. They printed some Shas, printed Abarbanel, Torah. They printed some Chumashim. It's called Sabionita. In Sabionita, Italy. So this town, one of the Svarim that they printed over there in the 1500s was the Sabionita Chumash in the 1550s. And they actually had a genuine Sabionita Chumash that they auctioned off on Gnozin for almost $8,000.
Oh yeah.
It's a real Sabionita Chumash. So, the main claim to fame of this Chumash is that it's very, very Meduyak. It says in the beginning, every word, every letter, every single trop was all very, very sifted through and very Meduyak. And it says Uchadai.
Reprint it.
Yeah, they actually did it 1884 in Berlin. They reprinted it.
They should reprint it.
Since then, I don't know if they did, but
It's the most Meduyak
yeah. Yeah, because this is from the time that Rizal basically said.
Well, actually,
500 years ago.
Oh, which made the Tagin, which is the time of the Tagin, so instead of the Tagin.
No, I don't think there's Tagin on it, because there's a Chumash, it's not a safe term.
But the Codex would be more Meduyak songs.
Oh, the Codex is like. Okay. It was says, Uchadai hu l'smoichalav. This Chumash, it's Kedai, you can actually rely on this, whatever it says in it. And so one page, there's one of them was printed with one page, one side of the page is Chumash and the other side is Targum. So whatever it says in this Chumash, it must be great proof. And what does it say? Let's see. This is a printout from an actual Sabionita Chumash. And it says in it, actually it has 3 nuns in a row. Here. V'sachse Ni Nona. V'sachse Ni Nona. And one thing, by the way, one thing interesting you'll notice with this Targum is that although the Targum actually has Tane and Mikra on it, the Targum actually has Trop. You see? The Targum actually has Trop because it's going like the same Trop of whatever this Trop is in the Psukim. Actually has Trop in the Targum. It's like copying whatever the word is, corresponding word. I don't know. If they add a Targum adds a word, I don't know. So this actually has 3 nuns, but if you notice, it says V'sachse Ni Nona, and after the first nun, since the Chirik, they made a mole and they added a Yud. V'sachse Nun, Yud, Nun, Nun, Alf. So that actually won't answer the question because it's adding a nun. It's adding a Yud in between, so it won't be 3 nuns in a row, it'll be 3 nuns with a Yud in between.
So that's
that
the
won't
most
answer.
valuable thing, actually.
Yeah.
So it's hard to see.
Yeah.
I guess Artscroll would understand it is a Chumash.
Yeah.
Wait, what is the one that had the 3 nuns?
The 3 nuns. The 3 nuns is Sabionita Chumash and also that Meduyak Chumash in Bnei Brak.
Which one is more
Those have 3 nuns. All the chumashim that you see, Oz v'Hadar, L'chain Hama, or every kind of chumash, even most art scrolls, they all have 2 nuns. So why do they have 2 nuns? And in fact, the 4th proof, if you look in a Sefer Biuri Onkelos, Sefer called Biuri Onkelos, it's Rav Shimshon Sheptel of 1888 was printed. So that's a classic Sefer explanation of Onkelos. So it says on this word, V'sachse ni nona. V'sachse nona. He says, Zasabdo nito chomesh, and other Meduyak Svarim have ni nona, with 3 nuns. V'chein ikar, and that's actually what the real one, that's ikar one. The other nusach of 2 nuns, V'sachse nona, ain't no Meduyak. That is not correct, it's not accurate. You know why? It's actually diktok. Mishvaloshin asid bechinoi non noisetas. Because if you Aramaic diktok is that whenever you're doing future, you add another nun. So it would have been misachs and nona, but since it's future, the word unchal tanu is future, so targum will be instead of misachs and nona, misachs and ni nona. That's just the rule in Aramaic.
Okay, very
This actually makes more sense. Diktok.
Okay, but it still doesn't refute the Sananita Chumash. Because it has 3 nuns, it just refutes the question of the week.
Yeah, the Sananita Chumash does 3 nuns.
Has 3 nuns,
yeah.
But just
and it's the same, 3 nuns is good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's more Meduyak.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so, and also, as we were saying, like, all the years of Artscroll sounds like between 2007 and 2014, they changed it, but actually even that, you can't really say that, because what about Onkelos Elucidated? Big question, what would Onkelos Elucidated do? Because Artscroll is, Onkelos Elucidated is from 2018.
That was Acker 1.
Yeah, Onkelos Elucidated is from 2018, and in 2018, what were they doing in 2010s? What was Artscroll doing? They were doing 2 nuns. If 2 nuns is the wrong one, what were they doing in Onkelos Elucidated? They actually did 3 nuns. Even though 2018, which is much more modern, and the modern ones changed it back to the old 2, it still has 3 nuns.
Wait, but
so 3
the
nuns.
Chumash was the teaching of the Talmud is 2018 also, so.
Yeah, and that was 2 nuns. All the ones from that time would be 2, but the Onkelos Elucidated.
It's the same year. One was 2 nuns and one was 3.
Yeah. So what we come out from all this is that the question of the week actually is a good question of the week, because it seems to be that is a more accurate one to do 3 nuns, but there's a big question on the art scrolls. There's a question on all the chumashim that are printed. Why are they doing 2 nuns? Like, if that's really the wrong one, where did this all start? What's the source of this?
Oh yeah, but where's you didn't answer where else in Tanakh?
Oh yeah. Okay, now we need to answer that part. Okay, so what's the place in Tanakh? Tehillim. It's actually in Tehillim, Perek, Kapitel Tes, Pasuk Yud Daled. This one, no one can argue on this one. This is 3 nuns in a row. It says, Choneneni Hashem, Re'ei Oni Misoinai, remind me Mishari Mamas. Choneneni Hashem, it says. Ches nun, Yud. Choneneni Hashem. Okay, that's
oh yeah.
Tes Yud Daled. Sefer Tehillim. Choneneni Hashem. Okay, that's the answer for in Tanakh. Only place in Tanakh where you have 3 of the same letter.
That's
impossible. In a row.
Yeah, so it's not like Sananita Tehillim.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so one more thing I wanted to talk about before we get to next question of the week. The answer took a bit of time. So I want to say, so there's a book called, it's an Artscroll book called A Gadol in Our Time. It's stories about Rav Chaim Kanievsky.
It's Hebrew.
Yeah, Hebrew Gadol B'Kirbech. It's translated by Libby the Zevnik. From Hebrew Gadol B'Kirbech. A Gadol in Our Time. Okay, so it says on page 148. Turn to page 148. And it says this story, Rav Chaim used to have this scheduled learning session, a Chavrusa Shaft, with his son-in-law, Rav Lozer David Epstein. So it says, one day Rav Chaim, he was like, he was very sleepy during one session, and he kept on taking short naps. So he asked him, he explained this, I'm tired today, he explained to his son-in-law, I participated in Sheva Brachos yesterday. The apology seemed to explain Rav Chaim's tiredness, but it was only the beginning. He continued. At the Sheva Brachos, I was asked 2 questions. Rav Chaim was asked 2 questions at the Sheva Brachos. One was whether there's a source to tell us what the ramp of the Mizbeach in the Beis HaMikdash was made of. Copper or earth? Is there a source to tell us what the ramp is made of? The other was a question about kalayim, prohibited mixtures. The other was a question about kalayim. These 2 questions disturbed my rest. I stayed up all night learning through the Svarim, searching for answers. That was Rav Chaim's explanation. So, the first question was...
It doesn't say he didn't figure out the answer.
Yeah, maybe he got an answer, yeah. Just he was staying up all night looking for the Svarim, searching for the answers. So the first question is, whether there's a source to tell us what the ramp of the Mizbeach in Beis HaMikdash is made of, copper or earth. So this question seems to be a pretty simple question, actually. If you look in the Mishnah in the Masechet Midos, look at the Mishnah in the Masechet Midos, Perek Gimel, Mishnah Dalet. It says, Echad Avnei Kedesh, Vechad Avnei Mizbeach, Mibikas Beis HaKarim. It says the stones used for the ramp and the stones used for Mizbeach. In the Beis HaMikdash, the Mizbeach and the ramp was made of stone. It was clear that it was made of stone. It's a Mishnah. It's a Mefurish in a Mishnah. It came from a place called Bikas Beis Karim, because even the ramp had Lo Shonef Lav Barzal. You can't bring metal on the Mizbeach, so even the ramp, which is made of stone, even has that Isser in the Torah. It has that din. So it seems to be very clear that it's made out of stone. And now let's say you're going to tell me that, okay, it was really talking about the Mishkan, even though it does say in the book, Beis HaMikdash, the ramp of the Beis HaMikdash. But in the Mishkan, where do we have a source of what it was made of? You can actually find the answer in a Maaseh Choshev. Even then, you can find the answer, Maaseh Choshev, the Maaseh Choshev was safer on the halachos of, about describing how the Kalim from a couple hundred years ago, a few hundred years ago actually.
We quoted it recently.
Yeah, we quoted it before. So it says like the reason why they made the ramp of the Beis HaMikdash out of stone, they made it really not steep at all. It wasn't steep at all. It was like 30 amos, but only 9 amos tall. It wasn't steep at all. It was very flat, almost like walking straight. The reason is because it was made of stone, so it could be very slippery. That's why they need to spread salt on the ramp also, so it won't be very slippery. And it says, you can't say this though, by the ramp of the Mishkan. Because Mistama Mistama, in the Mishkan, it wasn't made of marble like it was in the Beis HaMikdash. Rather, the Mishkan was made of Atei Shitim, so since it's not made of shayish, it won't be so smooth, so it'll be easy to walk up. It's made of wood. He clearly says it's made of wood. That's what the ramp of the...
But also now we know that when the Mishnah says stone, it's marble.
Yeah, stone, marble, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's clearly made of Atei Shitim. That could be the answer.
I guess it was more portable, since they're always traveling.
Oh yeah. Well, let's see actually, because let's see what Rav Chaim himself. So this book doesn't say the answer. What Rav Chaim answered, but you can find a clue actually what he answered in Rav Chaim's Sefer Klei Dikra on the Torah and the Parshas Truma. You can actually find a clue what he would have answered in his own Sefer.
I didn't hear this latest update.
Yeah, this is the latest update. Savan Avo. Okay, so this is actually in Rav Chaim himself writes. He asked the question, why doesn't the ramp is not the ramp described in the Torah with the Kalim of the Mishkan? So because Rashi says it comes from Lo Salav, Ma Lo Salav Mizbechid, and the Parshas Yisro. Why does it say it together with the Kalim? It says maybe it's because it wasn't actually a mitzvah to do it. Whenever they set up the Mizbeach, they made it with a ramp, and then they just ruined it. They broke it and just walked away to travel to the next place. But he says maybe there's actually no dinim exactly how to make it and what to make it out of. Maybe you can even just make it out of sand. In the Mishkan, they can just make it out of sand and just just gather up some sand. Okay, here we have a ramp, pat it up, just to walk up to the Mizbeach. Because the main reason just to not have steps and just have a smooth walk, just to get up straight to the Mizbeach. But you don't actually, there's no dinim actually how to make it. He says, okay, you're right though, it is Ma'akev, the ramp is Ma'akev, you do need to have a ramp, and you still have the din of Lo Son of Barsel by the ramp. But that's only just because it's tafel to Mizbeach, just because it's part of the Mizbeach. But really the ramp, there's no chiyuv min Torah how to make it. And by the Beis Mikdash, okay, it's made out of stone like the Mishnah in Midah says. But by the Mishkan, there's no chiyuv min Torah. The Torah is not giving any chiyuv. That's why in Parshas Truma it says exactly how to make the Mizbeach. But it doesn't say how to make the ramp, because there's no chiyuv min Torah. You could just make it however you want. Just gather up some sand, some earth, and then that's how you do the ramp. It doesn't seem like by the Mishkan, it doesn't seem like it needs anything really specific. So then, if you flip a few pages to the back of Time of the Torah, it has short notes of his grandson, Rav Menachem David, the grandson of Chaim Kanievsky. He made notes on Time of the Torah. So in his notes, he says, okay, but the Maaseh Choshev said that's made Atzei Shitim, and the Rashbam, if you look also at the Rashbam al Torah, actually, Rashbam al Torah, Shemois Chaf Gimel, he says made out of stone. So like there are Mepharshim that say that is made out of something specific. So the Rashbam al Torah there says made out of stone, but I mean, why can't you say just talking about the Beis Mikdash? I don't know, maybe it's... Okay, so, and he also says, by the way, because Rav Chaim is saying that you can just make out of anything, it's not such a serious thing. And even his grandson even notes that even the Evan Ezra, Perek Chav Zayin Pasuk Aleph, says there's actually no ramp. There's actually no ramp by the Mishkan. The whole ramp thing is just for the Beis Mikdash, but there's actually no ramp. Since there's no Mishkan. Yeah, but that's just talking about Beis Mikdash when you're making it was Me'ach and Beis Mikdash. But you actually have any ramp. Since there's no mention in the Maaseh Mishkan, it doesn't mention ramp, you only have a ramp. Then how could you get up? He says no, it was short, you could just get up a person's forearm. It totally says like how you could get up. But in the Beis Mikdash, it was much taller than this Mizbeach. It was a huge, very tall Mizbeach. So that's why you need a whole serious ramp. Mishkan, you don't need anything. That's the evidence. Yeah. Okay, so this is question of the week.
Okay, now for the question.
Question of the week. So in this week's parsha, where do we have a phrase of 5 words? It appears 3 times in a row, consecutively, the exact same phrase 3 times in a row, but that's too easy though, not that fast. And where do you find the exact same set of the 3 phrases in a row? In Parshas Truma. In Parshas Vayakhel and Parshas Truma, the same thing, same set of 5 words, the same set of 3 of 5 words that are the same. And in fact, not only is that set the same in both parashiyos, even the whole pasuk is the same. The whole pasuk that includes the set of 3 sets of the 5 word phrase. The whole pasuk is the same except one difference. One word is different. Okay, what word is different?
I think hashtag.
Okay, thank you. Torah Talk. Parshas Vayakhel.
Yeah.